Hey, welcome to the Top of the Wall podcast. It's JR here with Red Wall Marketing, and today we're looking at Christmas marketing, we'll call it. So basically marketing for Christmas. And right now we're about 20 days out at the current time of this recording from Christmas. And so it's a great time to talk about that. And as I'm starting to see businesses use the holiday, I guess, really to their advantage, it's a good reminder that pretty much any business can do it. So, I've seen a few examples and I've worked with a few businesses that do it really well. And so we'll discuss that a little bit here. It's a great time of year where people are obviously spending money. So you want to take advantage of that. And two, people are in a good mood. It's Christmas. They really enjoy the holidays. I know, I like the whole fall season, Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween. I like the whole thing. My wife is obsessed with Christmas. She's the one that's, having moments of playing Christmas music really throughout the year. She'll just at random listen to some Christmas songs. And every, July 25th, the Christmas in the summer, she's always participating in that. So, there's a lot of people that are like that. There's a lot of people that can't wait to start Christmas. They started early. They get their trees up far too early, in my opinion. Their lights are up far too early. But the point is that it's an exciting time for a lot of people. And if you can partake in that, get yourself involved in that, atmosphere, in that emotion, you've got a chance to bring in some money. I'm going to talk about some examples of that, some ways that just in my personal life and and with clients that we've seen sales go up just from doing things involved with the holidays. So one of the good examples I can give you is I have a client who they have a gas station, and they're part of a franchise gas station, but they deck the place out with Christmas decorations every year. They run these lights all across the tops of the canopy over the pumps. There's these lights that go from there all the way to the store, up around the light poles in the area, and they've got big what do you call those figurine Christmas light decorations. They've got all kinds of stuff. They paint the windows, they decorate the inside with hanging snowflakes. They go all out. And the business picks up every year right around the holidays, and they've even had parents tell them that they get their gas there because their kids want to drive through the lights, because it's kind of cool the way they've got the lights streamed. You're kind of driving under the canopy, and these lights are streamed to the front of the building, so it makes a really cool experience, like this light tunnel looking thing. But they've had people tell them that their kids recommend they go there because of the decorations, because of the lights. And so it's selling more gas, car wash, and they go inside the store, of course, because inside the store it's all decorated for Christmas. It's got snow, like I said, snowflakes and other things hanging. And so they've used that to their advantage to take the holidays and make some extra money, because now they're an attraction, And sure, it takes time. It takes, cost of the lights and the effort to put it up, but obviously the reward is greater than that. Another good example is there's a Chick-fil-A right down the not too far from us that decks the place out. It's on Waters Avenue, so you can look this place up. It's Chick-fil-A, Tampa, on Waters Avenue. And they go all out. Not only do they go all out, but they clear out a section of the parking lot where they have concerts and things like that. And to do the concerts, I don't even think they pay for those. They get local churches that come out and want to do, a thing, or a school comes out and their choir, their chorus class does a song, and they've got snow machines. So as you're out there, you'll see these snow machines going off every once in a while, and it's really cool. It's just, soap suds. So they really go all out on the decorations and just Christmas. And we go there every year for Christmas. It's not the closest Chick-fil-A to us. It's further than the one we typically would go to. And we actually just don't rarely go that area to begin with. It's not a bad area or anything. It's just we rarely go that way. But every year, it's actually, I mean, literally, I sit down. We're like I said, we're big on Christmas. My wife loves Christmas. I love Christmas. We're big on it. We have like certain movies we watch. We have certain events we go to every year. And this Chick-fil-A is an actual event on our Christmas calendar every December. We plan it out. We make space for it. We actually plan a day that we're going to go eat Chick-fil-A, and we're going to get one of the peppermint smoothies. It's just part of the tradition. We eat, our meal, and then we get the peppermint smoothie that they make for Christmas, and then we watch whatever show is going on or let the kids play in the snow, and we just turn it into an evening of fun. It's a fast food restaurant, and it's on our Christmas events list because of how well they do Christmas. Okay, that says something. And the place is packed, by the way, packed with people. Their Facebook page is loaded with people talking about the Christmas lights and when it's going to be up and how it's going and all that. It's packed. Every time we go there, the place is overloaded with people. You got to wait in a pretty long line. The only downside I have to this Chick-fil-A is the long line. Chick-fil-A's typically have long lines to begin with. This one's even worse. But it is an event we go to every single year because of that. The donut shop that we go to across the street from us has incorporated since Halloween actually different donuts for each season, and now they've got a pretty cool thing. They got a Good Santa, Bad Santa donut, and all it is the Good Santa is a donut with white frosting and crumbles of peppermint candy on it, and the Bad Santa is the chocolate with peppermint candy. I, of course, go for the Bad Santa. I love chocolate. But they've also got, I think they had some other ones in there that I haven't tried yet. They have a gingerbread one. I know that. Gingerbread donut. And then there was another one, which I'm drawing a blank on it. I hope they come out with an eggnog one. That would be sweet. But I'm sure they've got something. My local coffee shop that I love to go to down in Ybor City generally has Christmas-themed treats. They will have some kind of eggnog treat, most likely, different kinds of pies and desserts. And they take advantage of Christmas, and I want to go over there and I want to try what they've got to offer simply because of what they're doing. So there's a lot of businesses that are taking advantage of the holidays and doing it in a fun way. And again, you might not be able to turn your product into a Christmas one, okay? If you don't sell baked goods, you obviously can't, do that. You can't, create a smoothie or a different shake or a peppermint donut. So that's understandable. But you could also do things like, for instance, now, granted, this is Busch Gardens, so I'm not always big on, hey, because Busch Gardens does it, a local business should. But every year we get a card from Busch Gardens because we're members. We're season pass holders. We get a card to come by and pick up our free ornament. So they give us a free ornament every Christmas. We bring the card in and we go to the Christmas shop and they give us the ornament for the year. And it's really cool because we've got these Busch Gardens ornaments on our tree that people see. I'm talking about it here on the podcast, so it's getting the word spread around. But could you do that in your business? Could you have inexpensively an ornament designed specifically for your business commemorating each Christmas that you give to your best customers for free, especially if you've got subscription-based customers, something along those lines. You could put a portion of your budget aside for little goodies and gifts like that. You could send out a Christmas package to them and the ornaments in it, or have them come into the business to get the ornament. Which is always good if you're local, because then they're coming into your shop. I think I mentioned in a previous podcast about we talked about holiday marketing. This is specifically Christmas I want to discuss, but we talked about marketing for the holidays. I think was the podcast, and I mentioned a chiropractor that my wife was going to that sent out an invitation. They did a party, and at the party we were able to go in there. She got a free 10-minute or whatever it was adjustment, but they had candy and cookies and cake and drinks and all that, and it was just a really cool thing. And like I said in that podcast, that's my wife's chiropractor. She doesn't want to go see anybody else. She never wants to go see anybody else. That's the chiropractor. That's who we go to whenever we want to see somebody. That's where we're going because of the way they've treated us and made us feel. One of my clients invites me to a Christmas party every year. One of my local clients here in Tampa, they invite me and my wife to the Christmas party every year. We've been, I think, every year for I don't even know how long. Not even an employee of the company, but he invites his employees. He invites, myself, and I think he's had some other vendors at times there. So he uses that to, anybody that's working with his company to kind of say, thank you overall to them and, show some appreciation there. And there's a lot of companies that will do Christmas parties for their best clients, for their vendors, any partners that you've got. It doesn't have to be all about customers. If you're running a business and it relies on, local vendors that are really what drive your success, or sales guys, independent sales guys, whatever, it could be a great idea to throw a nice Christmas party and invite them so they're getting to meet your staff. They're getting the appreciation of having this, party and being thanked for their efforts. And that's great. And, it's funny because my wife, one thing she misses about when I was working for a company was Christmas parties. I can't remember the last one I had with a company, but back when I was doing, I did car sales and other things like that, there was always a Christmas party. And she loved going to the Christmas party. And so having this client invite us every year is kind of that's her moment. She loves it. It's her, one of her favorite things to do. And this client is growing the relationship between myself and him and his vendors and suppliers because of this Christmas party he does every single year. And of course, as I mentioned there, doing a Christmas party for your employees, raising morale, keeping loyalty because you've rewarded them with a Christmas party and hopefully a Christmas bonus that you're doing. And, when I sold cars, we used to get a nice bonus every year for Christmas. But the way they did it was actually partly you could, I don't want to call it sneaky. I actually enjoyed it. Every time I sold a car, $5 was taken and put aside for my Christmas fund. So every single car, $5 was put aside. And, somebody could say, well, I could really use that $20, $30 or whatever it was, depending on how many cars you sold. But, having that $5, aside was great. If you hit a certain number, I can't remember what it was. If you hit a certain number for the year, the dealership matched the bonus. And so, you could have a few $100s in there, and then it was easily turned into $6. So, because they matched it, you just had to hit the bonus mark. And so that was a great thing there. So if you're a company that's, relies on employee sales, you could easily take a small portion. That doesn't have to be $5. It could be like 1% or less, depending on your business. Put that aside and match it if they hit a certain goal. So that their bonus, half of that money's theirs, yes. But it to me was a great little Christmas thing that I'd get every year. And every year I hit the bonus, and so I got the double amount, and so it was always a great thing. So, don't forget, it's not just about your customers. It's also about keeping employees happy, vendors, suppliers, and everybody else. You can use the holidays, for that. We've talked about Christmas cards and sending out Christmas cards to employees and customers, and just a thank you for being loyal to the company if you're an employee, or being here so long, or whatever. And maybe you give out a gift card based on their tenure there or something, how long they've been there. The customers love getting Christmas cards. My wife hangs them. I mean, no joke. I think we've had her uncle owns a State Farm insurance company, and maybe it's because it's our uncle, I don't know, but we've gotten Christmas cards from it's just a State Farm Christmas card. It's not from her uncle. It's an auto-generated, digitally signed, Christmas card. It gets hung up. I think we've gotten some others too that she's hung up, like just at random from different businesses. So, depending on the person, they really appreciate that kind of stuff. One year I did a Jib Jab. If you've ever seen Jib Jab, it's the site where you pop your face in there and there's characters dancing around and music. I did that, and I sent that out to customers and got some good feedback on that. So, there's lots of things you can do to use the holidays to reach out to your customers, to, show some appreciation. But also, if you can turn your business into an attraction of some sort, something that, really draws people in, you have a chance to, grow your business just from that, raise awareness. Because I'll tell you this, man, you imagine driving down the street, gas station, bam, light show. What do you think the perception is there as people are driving by, and which one would you want to pull into? There's no doubt in my mind that plenty of people are driving by going, oh, let's pull in there, and going into the gas station, especially if you got kids yelling, let's go see that, let's go see that, let's go see that. So if you've got that kind of business where you could bring people in, do something. If you've got a coffee shop that you can decorate, really well and have something going on, or get some, meet up with some schools or churches and see if you can get them to come out there and do a show, and then, celebrate that and pitch that to the area, put on some kind of, big deal that people would draw to, use that to your advantage. You really use that to your advantage. Another great example, my gym right now is doing 12 days of Christmas. And so for the first 12 days of Christmas, they sent me an email. Every day there is a new thing that they're doing. So every day there's some kind of gift or something you can get. And some of it's as simple as one day was bring in a friend, they get a free week pass, which typically if you bring in somebody, they're only going to get a 1-day pass. So you could bring in a friend and they'll give them a 1-week pass to work out. So that's pretty cool right there. Just giving them a week to work out really doesn't cost the gym anything because the guy wasn't going to be there anyway. One of the days they're giving out free bottles of water. This may seem insignificant, but hey, bottle of water is a bottle of water. One of the days they're giving away some sunglasses. So it's probably like some branded sunglasses for the gym. One of them's 30% off, I think, apparel. So if you buy a shirt, you get 30% off. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones right off the top of my head. Oh, free measurements. I think to get a full, like, your BMI index, I think to get a full one of those, you got to pay normally. I haven't asked for one since I've been there. So, but you can go in and get weighed and get your body fat measured, absolutely free. I don't know what else they check, to be honest. But you get all that free. If you on that day, you just got to bring in the coupon. So each day is some new, gift that they're giving out. And if you think about it, a lot of these aren't all that, it's not costing them much. 30% off apparel, they're still profiting. They're not losing money on their apparel. So that's great. A bottle of water, I mean, I guarantee you they're buying that thing in bulk. And I mean, what are you paying for really a bottle of water if you buy some bulk packages of water? I don't even know what size it is. It could be even a tiny thing. I'm hoping it's like a 20 ounce, 16 ounce, whatever the standard is, but who knows? The free week, like I said, that's nothing. The sunglasses, if they bought those right, they're super cheap. And it's just a way to say thank you to their members and kind of make Christmas exciting. I mean, I looked at the list and I was like, hey, I got to make sure I go there on these days to, specifically for those things. Even though it's a day I don't typically work out, I want to be at the gym just for the stuff they're giving out on some of those days. So, or to get a shirt for 30% off. That's, to me, that's worth it if I can go get a shirt. So they're using that, and I've seen others. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank here, but I got another one that was doing 12 days of Christmas, and there was some bonuses. I think Redbox just announced one. You text in each day. I'm not necessarily participating, but you text in each day and you get a new coupon or bonus or something like that. So there's a lot of things you can do to use the holidays to your advantage, to say thank you to the customers, and just think outside the box. I mean, some of these examples I'm giving you are as simple as doing some decorations, and you can add to your decorations every year. You can hire somebody or one of your employees, have them, put them up, and so you're not spending hours hanging up decorations. Make it a fun thing with the employees. They come in on a Saturday or whatever, and you offer some food, and they decorate the place, and you pay a bonus for doing it. I don't know. Think outside the box. Some of these examples are super cheap. You can get ornaments mass-produced, super cheap. You can do discounts and other things. that'll essentially cost you nothing. They'll actually just bring in more business. Again, a different discount each day on a different item. Just discount different items each day. Hey, on the first day we're discounting this. Second day we're discounting this. Third day we're discounting this. You could stretch out that through the whole holiday. You could do 25 days. Rent a big projector screen and do a movie night. If you've got a parking lot, and invite the customers over to do a movie. There's a lot of things you can do to use the holidays to your advantage, especially Christmas. I'm telling you, people are out. They're wanting to have fun. They're looking for things to do, and you've got that opportunity to really grow your business. And I bet if you do some research, just go online and look up like Christmas events. The mall. Just another example, real quick. There's a mall up in Wiregrass. You can look this up online. Look up the Wiregrass Christmas tree. There's a Christmas tree they built that does it's a light show. It's got speakers inside, and they do this light show. It's really, really cool. It's built right next to a stage. So again, churches and schools and other places will come out and perform on this stage. So you're sitting there in the center of it's an outdoor mall, Wiregrass. So it's got Macy's and I think Dillard's and all those big things, but it's all outdoor. It's not an indoor mall. So you're sitting in the center of this thing. You got this big Christmas tree, and it's doing this light show. That's on our calendar. Every year, that's on our calendar. And so naturally, we end up shopping there. Every year, we end up shopping there because we know we're going to be there because it's on our event calendar to be at this Christmas show. And so that's another example. Now, again, this is a massive Christmas tree. I don't know what it costs, and I'm assuming it's a good chunk of money. However, what could you do to do the same thing? Could you put up a light show of some sort? Or if you're in a strip mall or you have a good relationship with the business owners, or the landlord, could you pool your efforts together to do some kind of Christmas celebration or decorate the place or whatever? Think outside the box, okay? Think outside the box and really just take a few hours, and just think, what could you do? I understand it's 20 days before Christmas, so it may not help you this year. Maybe you could announce a 12-day thing for the final 12 days of Christmas. Maybe you could do that. You've got some time to do that. But think outside the box and how you can use Christmas to grow your business, to market to your to new customers, to say thank you to current customers, to say thank you to employees. It's a great time of year to do so. So that's it. I don't want to go on too long today. Try to keep these short during the holidays, right? I mean, we all got a lot of stuff to do, so I like to streamline during Christmas. But hope you enjoyed the episode, and again, head over to redwellmarketing.com. Share your stories with us if you got them. You can actually find this podcast and you can comment right on it. Share your stories that you've done, things you've seen, ideas you came up with, how it's working for you, any successes. Got any questions? You can also do that. And please don't forget, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the podcast. Review us. You like it or not, review us. We want to see how you feel about the podcast. And again, you can email in suggestions, topics you'd like to hear. We're open to that. So I will see you on the next episode. I'm hoping you're having a great Christmas month and lots of fun just celebrating the holidays.